How many people, or do you personally want to be extraordinary? I mean, personally, I want to be extraordinary. I don't want just to be any other Joe or any other Kim Steven out here. I just want to be extraordinary. I want to make an impact, to have an impact, right? And I've just been thinking, what does it take, or what does being extraordinary actually mean? And this is just part of my thoughts, and I'm glad if you could share yours too. I'd really appreciate this. So for me, what that before we define extraordinary, we have to understand what is ordinary, right? What is normal? What is average for a human being? And for the average right now is just a person who wakes up, does whatever he does during the day, and by the end of the day, then he goes back to bed, having not done anything to push himself forward, to push the society forward, to contribute. They're just like traffic. They just went through the day. That's ordinary. You just went through the day, and you go through another day and another day and another day, and at the end of it, all you've gone through all your years, and you're done, and you leave us. But where is the bar for you to be considered extraordinary? Right? Where is the bar to be considered extraordinary? If that is ordinary, where where do you consider you extraordinary? And are you extraordinary today? And in my thinking, this is what I've resolved this as. For you to be extraordinary, you don't have to do a big extra. You just have to do one bit of an extra. Just to make sure that the one thing that you do on that day makes sense, has purpose, is driven, it has meaning, right? One thing, like no, the whole day might not have meaning, but one thing should have that. And when you implement that small extra, then that sets a new bar for you, right? So, for instance, if you're working out, the first time you go to the gym, you're able to do 10 push-ups, right? And by the time you're getting to the 10th push-up, you're done. You're extra tired. You can't do the 11th one. But then after doing this for 1 week, you build up the muscle to do 12. And then after 1 week, you do 15. And then after another week, you do 20. And then after that, it starts to compound, right? And that is how I see the journey of becoming extraordinary as. You just being ordinary is waking up, going through the day, making sense of nothing. It's just how the waves are. If you're employed, you wake up, you go to a job you don't like, you don't even feel like going to the job, and you go there and you do whatever you need to do, come back, watch a movie, cook, sleep, shower, whatever, and the day is done. That's just being ordinary, just going through the day. But being extraordinary takes the courage for you to improve one thing, not a million other things, just one thing in your life. Just wake up, promise yourself you're going to read 1 page, 5 lines, write 2 lines, do 2 push-ups, just say hi to someone, smile at people, greet people well, like anything. Dress up very nice so that you feel good about yourself. Just do something extra. Don't just go through the day like that. The other thing, you cannot like go all the way from 0 to 100. That will exhaust you. You'll get tired. You cannot decide that you want to be extraordinary tomorrow and you wake up early, you work out, you read, you go to job, you say hi to everybody, you do all this, you do all this. You just do that for a week or a month, and It won't work for you. You'll be exhausted. But being extraordinary is creating it day by day, little by little, little by little. Okay? So you wake up today, you decide this is what I'm going to improve. I'm going to do this one thing just a little extra. And you do that extra over and over and over again until it becomes you. Right? And then you add on something else. Now if waking up and doing 5 push-ups is your extra today, in the next 2 weeks you should add something else. Maybe wake up and meditate for 5 minutes, right? So you wake up, you do 5 push-ups because that has become your ordinary, your normal now. That is your average. Because you're now the person who wakes up and does 5 push-ups, right? And then you meditate for 5 minutes. And then you do that for some time, and then that becomes your average. And then you build on that again and again and again. After a year, 2, 3, trust me, you will be extraordinary. People will be looking at your schedule. People will be looking at how you do your work. People will be looking at how you execute, how you carry yourself, the impact you're having on other people. And they will wonder, how did you get here? But it's just because you are creating your extra day by day. So don't just become extraordinary. You do the extra every day above the ordinary. And an accumulation of that makes you extraordinary. Very good? Fantastic.